things. I have 15 counties, and I have a little communities all spread out through those 15 counties. And there used to be 11 years ago when I was campaigning, there was a paper in every one of those communities, and there are a few left, very few, but there are a few left, and they just can't compete. So that's where we're at. But I want to just focus in on maybe some of the things that I have concerns about with this bill. Number one, in California, we tax when there's a problem. We just pass a tax, and we're going to fix everything with taxing some rich person. And I will just say I have no love for the giant corporations in our state that, in my mind, I think maybe manipulate and use all my data taking from me and market it to me, and I don't appreciate that. But taxing them and redistributing that is, quite frankly, one of the huge problems that we have with our deficit at the state level, is because those companies are leaving, and their people are leaving because the tax structure in California is horrible. $29 billion in the last 2 years have left the California in a tax base. And I don't think they're coming back anytime soon until we get in a structure where we can be competitive with other states to attract those businesses that we desperately need to run our government and to run the things that we all need for our communities. And quite frankly, that's fell on deaf ears throughout this state, and this legislature continues to move in a direction that is not business friendly. And you cannot have a public sector if you don't have a strong private sector, and we're totally upside down in California right now. So, and the part that this bill that is attractive is that we need to be able to have the free and unbiased and unmanipulated press. In my mind, that's what America's about. That's what California's about. So there's a dilemma here. We're going to tax. We're going to try to redistribute it in a way that is fair. That's the goal of this bill, is to make it fair and actually, hopefully, make it unbiased and free. Right. But I don't think this bill will do that. And I want to just comment a little bit about the nonprofits and the NGOs, and give you some examples of where I think there are some huge problems in this bill. Number one, we do lots of stuff through the CEC and through NGOs where we can't audit them and figure out what's going on because they're a nonprofit, and we don't have the ability to go in and find out where our tax money or the revenue that we've given these NGOs and nonprofits go, and we're using them all throughout the state. And I think that's a huge problem for California, because there's no accountability. And I think this bill, and if you would like to address that some, I would like to get more understanding on how the nonprofits and how that's going to work, and how we can actually do oversight with these tax dollars. So that's a question I have for you, because I think it's a huge problem with your bill.